Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victory F. Young of My Cake History. Please make sure that at the end of this video you kindly subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe and like my videos because I have a whole lot of things to teach you all in 2020. By the way, Happy New Year. So oftentimes I've gotten questions like, oh, those coral beads on that cake, are they edible? Were they made out of sugar? Are they real coral beads? That's going to be our first lesson for the year. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make beautiful, edible, realistic coral beads. Now, what do you need to make those coral beads? Really simple. You need your fondant, your sewing needle and thread, of course. I don't think there's any Nigerian home or home in the world actually that doesn't have a sewing needle and thread. You need your needle, your Crisco, aka vegetable shortening, and those are the basic things we're going to be working with. And for our fondant, the fondant color, this fondant has already been pre-colored. I used the red food coloring for this. So it's always safer to work with a pre-colored fondant. You wouldn't want to color your fondant when you want to make use of it. So it's firmer. And this fondant already has CMC in it. So CMC makes it firmer, helps it set more. So I'm going to separate this first. We'll be making the round coral beads. Your fondant should be pliable and easy to work with. Keep this safe. Now your vegetable shortening. Why do you need your vegetable shortening? Your vegetable shortening, you could go to the market if they don't have the vegetable shortening, you could get Crisco. So your vegetable shortening actually helps. It makes it easier for you to work with your fondant. I'm going to apply this here because this is how I love to work my vegetable shortening. And I'm going to cut tiny balls. Most people measure their balls. I don't love to measure my balls. I just use head knowledge to try to get my balls. But you try to get balls that are like, this is actually bigger than this, definitely. So I'm going to cut the little out of this. I'm trying to get equal sizes of balls. So I try to measure my balls out first before I start to roll. Now this, what I'm trying to do here is a hand bead, the one we wear around our wrist. So I'll need like 10 of these balls. If you want something longer, you could use like 12, 14. For the neck, you could use like 24, 26. You could even use 12 for the neck. So I'm going to make like 10 identical balls. So this is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. They don't really need to be so perfect like as you're starting. Along the line, we are going to measure each of them, like to keep them against each other to be very sure that they are identical. Now this is why you actually need your vegetable shortening, because it helps smoothen your fondant. You see, the fondant has rough edges, like it's so rough, but by the time you apply your vegetable shortening on your palm and you give this a very clean roll, doing this helps get rid of all the lines and all the formations and everything. You see, we have fewer lines now, so we keep rolling this till it's very perfect. And that's what we're going to do for all 10 of the beads. Oh, this looks good. Now this is one reason why you have to pre-color your fondant. Imagine I just had to color my fondant today to be too sticky, and I would have red color all over my hands, but I'm free to work. I don't have red color all over my hands right now. So this is the size we are trying to get to. So you do repeat same for all 10 of your balls. While you do them, you make sure you keep them side by side to be very sure that they're of the same size. Yeah, this is almost identical. You know, even people that manufacture these using machines, I don't think they get them so super perfect. We are doing a freehand bead, so this can be used on any kind of cake as long as it's a traditional cake for Nigeria. So we have our 10 near perfect identical balls, and we're going to sew this together with our needle and thread. You don't need a special needle or thread to sew this. Some people love to keep this to be hard before they sew. I prefer sewing when they're really soft because it doesn't really take time. So I just place this here, then I pass the needle through the middle. When it comes out, wherever it's coming out from, I make sure I tie. I've already tied the end of this needle, so I'll just tie it like 2 more times. 1. So even if it passes one area, it won't pass the other. So if you notice, I'm placing this down too. I'm not doing this because if I try to force the needle through this, it's going to affect the size of my needle, like my ball. It might shrink. So I just place this through where I believe my needle is and send it to meet the other ball. And I'm going to do this for all 10 needles. Oh, all 10 balls. I've been calling needles a lot today. I know most people are concerned about the corn flour on it. If you've ever worked with fondant, you would know that when you have a steamer, it's easy to get rid of corn flour. Please make sure you don't use your hands to try to force the balls into the needle, else it will shrink your ball size, and you want all of them to still look the same way they were when you started. I'm not pressing my balls at all. So these are a unique beads for the riverine people. I think Calabari or Krika, they love to use big beads like this, and they're actually really beautiful though. Really beautiful. Like they're like my favorite kind of beads. So all 10 balls are in. I'm going to cut this and tie them together. Make sure when you tie, it's tight enough to make sure that no one falls out, but not so tight to tear your fondant balls. Voila, you have them here. So I'm going to keep this to harden, then I'll show you a picture of when they've been steamed. Thank you.